Hi, it's Michelle from michelletremblay.com. Look at this hair. God, I can't stand this. All right, everybody, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to you today about honoring yourself. Now, for me, that meant listening to the little artist inside of me, or actually that little voice. Not that there wasn't a little artist, it was just a little voice that was crying, screaming, and finally was stomping up and down so loudly that I couldn't ignore her anymore. It was time for her to join me in the land of the living. She had been carried inside of me for a long time, and as you know, I worked as a floral designer for many, many years, so she was a little bit busy, and I did a ton of work, volunteer work with my kids and their school. So I did kids crafts, and I actually made a lot of my own clothing. I taught myself how to sew when I was little. I think my aunt taught me how to knit. I taught myself how to crochet. I taught myself how to weave. I did a lot of teaching of myself to keep that artist busy inside of me. But finally, she'd had enough. She was tired of being sort of in my shadow, and she joined the party out here. So that's my way of honoring myself. It was hard. It's really, really hard because for lots of reasons she was there. I kept her inside. So to accept all of that, the part about, artists can't make a living and nobody needs us, or they need us but they don't know it, all those things. Artists are lonely. Artists are, there's just a list a mile long. I had to face all that, square in the eye, grab her, and move forward. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. I know that inside of not all of you, but some of you, is going to be some voice that needs to be heard. So I hope that you, and here's what I'm going to tell you. I think that this might work for you. If you just sit still for a little bit and listen, that little voice will come and it will be little. And if you don't listen, it's going to get louder and louder and louder until eventually you must listen. So sit back when you have a chance, close your eyes and listen and welcome your little voice. And maybe just bring it out a little bit at a time, but listen to it. Listen to it, embrace it, and you and your little voice can become one, and you can move forward into the future, and it will be great. You will see. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Gotta turn this baby off.